here plus, so that's why plus 2 into first term into second term, that is 2xh, again plus and last term square, that becomes h square. Now simplify the remaining term, that is 3 multiplied with x becomes 3x, 3 multiplied with h becomes 3h, minus 1 as it is with minus 1, and now time minus apply with our x square plus 3x minus 1 side, that becomes minus x square plus 3x becomes minus 3x, and minus 1 becomes plus 1, and divide by h as it is. Now we want to more simplify. Here x square plus 2xh plus h square, and the result term here minus x square and here plus x square. So we can say these two terms are cancelled out. Here plus 3x, here minus 3x, both terms are cancelled out. Here minus 1, here plus 1, again these two terms are cancelled out. Now write down its remaining term, that is equal to limit h tends to 0, here remaining term, that is 2xh plus h square, no any value, here value, plus 3h, and all term are already cancelled out, so divide by h. Now time to take a common from our numerator side, here h, and here also h. So h, that is common value, so we can write limit h tends to 0, take a common h. So if h, that is take a common, so in first term remaining value, that is 2x, in second term the remaining value, that is h, and in third term the remaining value, that is only 3, because h, that is take a common, and divide by h. Now again we want to more simplify. Here h and here h both are cancelled out. Constant value, that is no any h value, so here 2x, that we call constant, so take a outside from the limit, that is 2x, plus sign h value, that is h tends to 0, so not a constant, apply the limit h tends to 0 h, plus sign as it is 3, that is not in h side, so we can write directly 3 as it is. Now apply the limit h tends to 0, h becomes 0, so finally we can go 2x plus here 0, here plus 3. So again more simplify, that is 2x plus 3. So this is our answer. So our question, that is x square plus 3x minus 1, the differentiation step, then we can go by direct method, that is 2x plus 3, and just check it out using first method answer, that is 2x plus 3. So we can verify both the result are same, so we can write our answer value, that is 2x plus 3. Now we move to our next question. Our next question, that is f of x equal to x cube plus 3x minus 2. So we write it first of all, f of x equal to x cube plus 3x minus 2. Before starting our first method problem, first of all apply the direct rule, that is f of x becomes f dash x equal to x cube becomes power, come forward, power minus 1, 2, plus sign as it is, 3x, that is 3, and minus 2, that is 0. So ultimately this is the direct differentiation. The result, that is 3x square plus 3. But our aim to prove using first method. So write f dash x equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So same way, here x plus h function value, that is x plus h, here function value, that is f of x. So convert f of x to x plus h. So whenever x, that is replaced by x plus h. So we can write h tends to 0, x plus h, here x cube becomes x plus h cube. So replace x by x plus h. Here again 3x, so it becomes now 3 x plus h. Here 2, no any x, but write as it is, that is minus 2. Here minus sign, write minus sign. Here f of x, so all term, that is f of x, that is replace here. Again don't forget to place with bracket x cube plus 3x minus 2, and remaining value, that is divided by h as it is. Now again time to solve the problem. Here x plus h cube, if you forgot the equation x plus h cube, then you can simplify in this way. X plus h cube, you want to simplify, that is x plus h, x plus h, and x plus h. This is nothing but x plus h cube. Now solve this two bracket, that is x square, x into h becomes xh, h into x becomes hx, and h into h becomes h square. Now solve with first one, x multiply with this one, this is remaining value, that is x cube, x multiply with xh becomes x square h, x multiply with hx becomes hx square, x multiply with h square becomes x h square. Now time to simplify with h. So hx square plus xh square, h multiply with xh, h into hx becomes h square x, and h into h square becomes h cube. So first of all write highest power, then lowest power, and then no any power. So we can simplify x cube, and here h cube. So x cube plus h cube, here x square h, again x square h, and again x square h. So ultimately 3 x square h, x into h square, x into h square, x into h square. So 3 x h square. So finally we can got the cube result. So x plus h cube. So in this way we can simplify directly. Write first term cube, that is x cube. Write second term cube, that is h cube. Write 3 into first term square into second term, 3 into first term square into second term, then write 3 into second term square into first term. So we can write 3 into first term into second term square. So we can write x plus h cube equal to this value. Now again this 3 multiply with x becomes 3x, and this 3 multiply with h becomes plus 3h. So we can write it, here we apply equal to sign, limit h tends to 0 becomes here 3x plus 3h. Now again minus 2, write it as it is, here minus 2. Now this minus sign multiply with all the term, that it becomes minus x cube minus 3x and plus 2. So, and divide by h, right, as it is. Now next step, that is solve the numerator. Which term that is cancel out? Here x cube cancel out, plus 3x minus 3x cancel out, plus 2 minus 2 cancel out, and we can write our remaining term. So remaining term becomes limit h tends to 0, write as it is. So we can write limit h tends to 0, remaining term here h cube, so we can write h cube, remaining term here plus 3x square h, so we can write 3x square h, here remaining term that is plus 3x h square, and here ignore, here remaining term that is 3h. Now verify, no any remaining value, divide by h as it is. Now again time to take a common h from numerator side, because here h, here h, here h, and in last term we can go also h. So h that is take a common, so we can write limit h tends to 0, h value that is take a common, then remaining term that is h square, here h value that is common, then remaining term that is 3x square, here h value that is common, then remaining term that is 3xh, and if h that is common to last term, then remaining term that is 3, all divided by h. Now again we can say this h and this h cancel out, and now time to apply the limit. So limit h tends to 0 apply with h square becomes 0 square, that is called 0, plus 3x square, no any h value, that we call constant, 3x square, plus 3x, h replaced by 0, that means 3x into 0 becomes 0, and remaining value that is plus 3 we can write as it is, no any h. So equal to the answer, that is 3x square plus 3. Now just verify with our direct answer, that is we already write in single step 3x square plus 3. So this step that is required whenever first method that is asked. So finally we can go our answer, that is 3x square plus 3. So this is just verification process. Now we move to our next question. Our next question, that is f of x equal to e raised to x. So first of all we write it, f of x equal to e raised to x. We already know the answer with direct one, e raised to x differentiation, that is nothing but e raised to x. So our answer, that is e raised to x, but we cannot directly write answer, just we want to prove one using our first method. So we can write f dash x equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So again we want to find function that is x plus h. So whenever x that we saw, then replace with x plus h. So we can write in this way, limit h tends to 0, this function of f of x plus h becomes now e raised to x plus h, replace minus sign as it is, and f of x, here f of x value, that is e raised to x, that is e raised to x divided by h. Now again we want to more simplify, that is e raised to x plus h, and we want to make a two part, that is e raised to x into e raised to h. We can write limit h tends to 0, e raised to x into e raised to h. Ultimately both value base are same, that is e, and take addition, that is x plus h, and remaining, that is same, minus e raised to x divided by h. Now again we want to more simplify. In numerator side, here e raised to x, again here e raised to x. So ultimately next step, that is take a common e raised to x. So here e raised to x, remaining value e raised to h, replace minus sign as it is minus, here e raised to x, no any value, then write 1 divide by h. Now again we want to more simplify, here e raised to x multiply with second term, but we want to apply limit h side, so ultimately e raised to x, that is common, or we can say that is we want to take outside from limit. So e raised to x, limit h tends to 0, here e raised to h minus 1 upon h. So ultimately this is the basic formula for the limit h tends to 0, e raised to h minus 1 upon h. Then the answer, that is log e, here e, that is e, in previous sum here a, then we can write log a, if 3 then write log 3, if 4 then write log 4, but base must be same, that is e. So finally we can go log e base e, but ultimately whenever two value and base in logarithmic process are same, then we can write log e base e equal to 1. So this is nothing but 1. So this one multiply with e raised to x, so we can write e raised to x into 1. So finally our result, that is e raised to x. This is our last sum. So finally we can got our result, that is e raised to x. So ultimately